welcome to Try Bonsai, and it's your boy Banner. Today, my friends, we have a little bit of a situation here. I have this Parrots Beak, or known as Gemelina, that is not doing as well as I would want it to do. Now, it was doing fine all the time. It was okay. And then the leaves started to droop. Now, in reviewing and allowing, because I thought at first it wasn't getting water to the bottom, to the base of the pot where the fine roots are, and with that in mind, I allowed it to sit out in the rain for 2 days. So the last couple of days, rain fell heavily and it got a good soaking. And yes, the leaves are green, but they have not moved from their drooping position. So what is going to happen today is that I am going to repot this tree. I am also going to take the opportunity to remove some unnecessary dead bits and probably take the opportunity to prune back some of the growth, always looking to create that kind of a canopy or branch structure that we want. Now, this is a very old tree, very old tree with nice crackling bark, and I would hate to lose this this tree. That's the plan today. We're gonna get it out of this soil, this wet soil. Don't know why I just wait for it to be wet to do what I had to do, but sometimes so it does go. This is when I have the time to do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the opportunity to prune back some of the growth, try to encourage a better kind of a structure over time and repot. So let's get to it. Let me just go. So my friends, first things first, we're going to start to look at this structure, and I'm trying to get this little background screening that I have to behave and cooperate. And that is proving to be a problem. All right, there we go. So I brought the plant or the tree lower so that I could do what needs to be done. And there is no great grand amount of foliage, but it is doing well. So we have coming up here, there's a branch coming out here and branches here. Now, ideally, some of these things could be pruned back to more woody growth, and some could be removed. And I say that with a grain of salt. Like this that is going into the trunk, in towards the trunk. That's a no. There's a branch coming out here that's not really serving a purpose. This could come off because we don't want anything interfering with the view of that trunk line. Now, this entire branch on the inside here may not necessarily be the best because it comes from below. So I'm going to take the opportunity to remove this, and considering that this particular species grows from cuttings, I could potentially try to root this cutting. Yeah, so let me give this a little turn, and you're seeing where it comes out here from quite in the back here. So I'm going to take this off like that, and we're going to see what we could get, if we could get a new plant from that piece of cutting. And I'm going to clean this up a bit, and we're going to continue along, removing things that we don't want, keeping the things that we want, and trying to bring this nice tree back to some level of health. So my friends, I'm back. I had to stop yesterday because the rain fell. Rain has been falling in the afternoons and falling quite a lot. So I'm continuing to do some branch selection, removing some of these older leaves in favor of something a little bit better. As I said, we want to try to create a bit more ramification and remove some items that we don't want from it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this as quickly as I can because rain fell again today and it may come down again shortly. As soon as I finish with this, what I'm going to do is, the soil is still a bit wet, but I'm going to get this out of this soil because it is not draining as properly as it should, and get this into a new batch of soil that is more free draining. So far, my friends, I've been able to remove a few dead bits of roots. Dead roots, sorry. You know, kind of neatening up a bit on this root ball. Now, as I said, this is a very old piece of material. And I have to be, as far as I'm concerned, I have to be a little bit careful as to what I remove and what I don't remove. But everything that was not adding any kind of value, I removed. So I have this that you see me trying to ring off here that is not necessarily serving a purpose. I'm going to remove this. Right. Clearing up that. And then I have this bit here that is dead. So I'm going to remove this as well. So let me get that removed and let's come back. So my friends, I went ahead and I removed that bit, as you can see, and I put a bit of wood glue to seal that that massive cut. So what I'm going to do now, and I'm hoping that this is going to rectify what is happening now. Granted, the leaves are still green, but they're drooping. They're drooping badly, and ideally they should be up and perky. So something is happening. So as I said, I don't know if water is getting sufficient. Water is getting to the feeder roots that may be to the bottom of this pot. But I'm going to take it out and we're going to do a bit of inspection and repot it. Yeah, so let's get to that quickly. As I say, we're trying to move as quickly as possible because of the weather. Yeah. So as you could see, I was able to get it out of the pot easily enough, and there are roots to the bottom with some white tips. However, I want to believe that this soil, and as I said before, I've been refining my soil as I go along, and I want to believe that this soil, even though it has 1/8 gravel in it, it did not. It had a little bit too much of the organic stuff, and as such, it has been holding moisture, a bit too much moisture for this tree. And we also have a drainage screen here that may be a bit of an issue, might be. So let's make quick work of this. Gonna get the soil off and get this into a fresh batch of soil that is a little bit more on the inorganic side. So it would have 75% inorganic and 25% organic soil. Because what we want is for that oxygen and that nutrients and whatnot to get to the roots, the feeder roots. Yeah, so let's get to that.